Good afternoon, everyone. Fred Gronval here. It is Thursday morning on the 21st of August, and I want to talk to you today about an incredible new program called BG015. This is what they call a copy trading program. And what that means is that we have an experienced trader who makes trades and tells us exactly what they are, and we copy what he traded. And actually, this has taken it a step further. This gentleman, his name is Stephen Beard. The company name, BG Wealth Sharing Investment. The B stands for Beard, his last name. The G stands for Group, Beard Group. The 15, I don't know. Maybe the next one will be 16, I don't know. But Elena is his assistant. And I have been trading now for 22 days, I think. I started with $300 as a test, and I'm now about $20 shy of $1,000. So that's not bad, 300 to 1,000 in less than a month. I'll basically triple my money this first month. Now, one of the reasons is because these guys have a great path if you like to recruit. You are amply rewarded for recruiting. However, you do not have to. We trade 7 days a week, $300 if you trade it twice a day for a year. Turns into $45,000. Let me show you a couple of things here. Let's see, I'm going to go here. Oh, I thought it was. Okay, here we go. Oh, I know what I want. There we go. Okay. Bear with me while I get these up here. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you this slide first. Okay, here it is. Good. I hope you can see this. I think there we go. Okay. Now, let me describe, first of all, how you get into this program and how we trade. Put two apps on your computer or on your phone. You can trade on an Android phone or an iPhone. The first app that we put on there is called Bond Chat. It's an encrypted chat app, and it's very similar to WhatsApp. So at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we do a trade at 1 o'clock and we do a trade at 7 o'clock. Yes, you have to go there and do the trade, but basically we watch here on this chat to wait for the professor. They call him the Professor Stephen Beard. they call him the professor. The professor posts two codes, posts a code at 1 and a code at 7. And all you do is copy that code. Let me see if I can just find one here. This professor guy is quite smart because he figured out a way. Okay, see, so here's a code right here. And here he's giving you instructions. The other program that you need to put on your phone or your computer is like crypto.com, it's like Coinbase, it's like Kraken, it's like Exodus, any of the crypto trading apps that you get, very similar to this one called DSJ Exchange. Yeah, DSJ Exchange, that's what it is. Actually, let me just pull it up so that you can see it. There it is right there. Here we go. Okay, so let me get my face out of the way here. This is my account. That's my phone number there. I don't know why that window is so narrow. But here is my wallet. And it shows you got $980 in there. What we trade is options. Crypto is very much like stocks and bonds now. It's traded the same way. You can do stock options, you can do crypto options. So here are futures, and that's what he trades. He trades futures. What futures trading is it is predicting at some point in the future whether the price is going to trend upward or downward. That's a call and a put. So it turns out that AI is particularly adept at predicting futures. As a matter of fact, his AI is 99.6%, accurate. So we get on and we trade futures, and we happen to win every time. Well, haven't lost at all since I've been doing this. So that's like 40 trades without any failures. So what we do is, okay, so here we are, we're watching the chat and the code comes up. So we copy it like so. Well, he posts it up at the top. Okay, so here we go. Most people copy like this. I use the keyboard. Copy. Then you come over here to your futures. You click on Invited Me. You paste the code in here, and you click on Confirm, and you're done. You're done for that trade. Come back at 7, do the same thing, and that's it. So you spend a total of about 15 minutes doing it twice during a day. Sometimes you're on there longer, but he always posts the code at the same time or within a minute. So that's it. And if you put $300 in and you trade for a year, it turns $300 into $45,000. That's Incredible. Let it ride for another year. See, you are, let it ride for another year, and it's 4.5 million. Now, you're compounding. Here is why your trades are safe. We trade in, let me just show you. We trade in USDT, TRC20. That's the Tron network. And I have a very easy way I just buy Bitcoin on Cash App. I send it through another app I send it right out of my Cash App account. I send it through a website called Simple Swap. You send it Bitcoin, it converts it to USDT and onto your account. It's super easy. And so really that's it, okay? Now, the really attractive part of this, I mean, the trading is very simple. And their model is, let's go back here. Their model is to recruit 5 people and then help those 5 each get 5. And everybody, I'm sure, out there has heard of, you get 5 and then those 5 get 5. You've heard it till you're blue in the face. But in this particular case, it really works. And you really get paid for it. Let's see, why can't I get this to go bigger? Let's see here. I'm just going to expand this. And, oh heck. There we go. Okay, come on, put an hourglass in me. Okay, so, put this back up here. I just made LV1. I made it in like 19 days. It is not hard to sell this. I mean, it's only $300 or $500, and I have people putting in $1,000, and I have people putting in more. Okay, so when you recruit 5 people, that's LV1, level 1. And you get 0.5% of their trade volume. The minimum is $30 3 times a month. So just by getting 5 people, you get paid $30 minimum 3 times a month, which is $90, and you get a $100 reward for making it. And that happens, you get paid $30 on the 9th, $30 on the 19th, and $30 on the 29th. So 3 times 10 days apart every month. When 2 of your 5 direct reports, when 2 of them get their 5, then you get 1% of your team's volume, and you get $150 3 times a month, and you get a $300 promotion reward. So you're making $450 a month. It's not bad. When 3 people, when your 5 direct reports, when 3 of them get their 5, now you get 2%. You get $500 3 times a month. That's $1,500 a month. Now we're talking not bad, and it's only 3 of me, not even all 5 to get 5. And an $800 promotion reward. 4 of them, $1,200 3 times a month, and a $2,000 promotion reward. Now think about this. You've gotten 100, then you got 300, that's 400, then 800, that's 1,200, then $2,000. So you've gotten 3,200 just to get here. At level 5, it used to only go to level 5 when your 5 direct reports each get 5. You're making 3% of the volume. You're making $2,400 3 times a month. What's that come out to? $7,200 a month. Can you live on that? That's just your bonuses, your salary, and you get $5,000 all at once, boom, just for making it. So that's just, and that doesn't have anything to do with what you're making on your trades. You're going to pump this back in and start really getting paid on volume, because now you've got more than just this $300 that you put in, or 500, whatever you want to put in. I want to mention right now, we've all seen crypto programs, and they've all closed down at some point. And I swore that I was never going to do another one. But look. Here it is. Come on, baby. Open up. There we go. If you can't see this very well, this is the certificate from the from the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. That is the federal entity that regulates securities. That's stocks, bonds, and now crypto. So you can't do much better than SEC certification. But one step beyond that is an individual certification that the SEC offers called an RIA certificate, which means Registered Investment Advisor. And Stephen Beard is in the midst of getting that certification. So, and they have this. Here's a typical certificate from Colorado. It shows Office of Secretary of State, State of Colorado, certificate of documents filed. So they've done their diligence with the state of Colorado and numerous other states. So that's pretty incredible. Now I can go into a lot of the particulars. There's all kinds of PowerPoint style charts here, advantages and their rules and regulations and policies. But the bottom line is that there's there's a lot of information to absorb. And when you jump on Bond Chat each day at 1 o'clock and at 7 o'clock, the professor, you can see his conversations by clicking on the screen pin. He talks about recruiting and talks about the business for about a half hour before he posts the code. And by osmosis, you learn a little bit each time. It only really took me like a week or two to process most of the knowledge. I'm sure there's stuff I don't know, but it's enough for me to successfully recruit. And if you join my team, what my plan is to go up until I get this 30,000 a month. And the way you do that is by getting 5 and then making sure those 5 get their 5. So if you become, they call it a lieutenant, I'm going to, when I recruit people, I'm going to put those people underneath my direct reports. You are allowed to sign up other family members, not with the same computer. So everybody's got to have their own computer, their own DSJ exchange account, etc. But family is allowed. There are other cool things, like if you want to buy, one of those 3-foot subs, or you want to have an event catered, like a luncheon, whether it's 3 people or 30 people, they will reimburse you for those expenses. And they have other incentives as well, like if you recruit someone at 500, that person that you recruited gets extra trades. Now, what do you mean extra trades? I'm glad you asked that question. Now let me find out what the heck I did with this. Here and here. Those are the trading times. Okay. So here's the trading times. And I think okay. If you recruit someone at 500, well, even at 300, the referrer and the new user each get a $15 bonus. At 500, you each get 25. At 1,000, the referrer or the sponsor gets 100, and the sign up gets 50. The other thing you get is extra trades. Now, what do they mean, extra trades? Instead of just trading at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock, if you come in at 500 or 1,000, you're going to get 6 extra trades, which means you're going to make money not only 2 times a day, but you're going to get 6 more trading times. It's only once per. When you trade 6 times, it's over. But as a recruiter, I get 6 at 500. At 1,000, I get 12. Then, if you recruit someone at 1,000 again, not that same person, but another 1,000 sign up, you get 16 trades, and then it just keeps going up. So, just recently, I got 16, and I signed up a $500 person and got 6 more. So I had 22 extra trades stacked up, and I'm trading like 6 times a day. Here's the schedule. I don't know if it's going to get bigger. Okay, here it is. At 1 o'clock, they call that a fixed signal. Trades are called signals because he sends out a signal to all of the DSJ accounts, and that signal is either the code or a button that lights up that you can click on and make your futures trade the same trade that the professor did. So at 1 and 7, they call that a fixed signal because you get that every day. Everybody does. Then, if you get additional or extra trades, they come at 2 o'clock, 2:30, 8:30, and 9. These are all Eastern time. What's this 8 p.m. one? The 8 p.m. one is invite 5 new members, directly help 5 members become level 1 agents, and you get another trade. So now you're going to trade at 1, 7, and 8. So I don't have to tell you that if 2 trades a day can turn $300 into $45,000 through compounding for a year, then 3 is going to give you another 50% faster or more. So anyway, it's a good deal. So the model of recruit 5, help those 5 get their 5, is something that is working very, very well. When I first got in, I saw this guy that had only been in for 6 months, and he had already made level 7. Level 7 not only means that you have recruited 7 people who each got 5 people, it also means that you're getting 30 grand a month, 10,000 on the 9th, 10,000 on the 19th, and 10,000 on the 29th. That's a lot of dough. 30 grand a month? And you're still making money off trades. So I could go all in on that. And I am. So, what about the risk? What about the risk of trading? What is the risk? Let's look at that. Glad you asked that question. Minimize some of this stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 ba. Boom, boom. Okay, here is DSJ Exchange. Here is my futures. And what they do is my balance. First of all, we trade USDT. USDT is always worth $1. So I was in Hyperverse, and this was back in 2019 when crypto went from 19,000 all the way up to $67,000. And people just were going crazy because of how high Bitcoin was going. But eventually, Bitcoin crashed again, and it was down less than 19,000 and down less than 10,000. So it was kind of jumping. Anyway, so when the crypto market crashed, so did the company. In this case, if you're trading USDT and Bitcoin's value gets cut in half, doesn't matter because you got USDT and your value remains constant. So that is cool. Trading futures options, you don't have to have crypto in order to do that. You can trade options with cash or whatever, USDT, Bitcoin, whatever. The cool thing is that all you have to do is buy the option. You do not have to own X amount of USDT. So that is a lot safer than anything else. And what they do is they take, all right, let's look at how much money I have in here. It was like 980, right? There it is. Okay. Let's just start back at 300. At $300, what they do is he takes 1%. 1% of $300 is $3. And he takes that $3 and trades futures with it. He wins, and you get back 62% or 0.62 on your $3. Call it 0.6, that's $1.80. So I started at 300 and I made $1.80. And just to show you the way it works, all right, so here we go. Here's trades. All right, let's say here we are at 973. He takes, that's the settlement. All right.
Stay off of that sofa.
Those are my extra trades, so
No.
I need to look at, all right, 961. What's going on here? You know what? I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. Alright, deposit.
For 2 seconds and it gets on that sofa.
Get your face out of there, Fred.
Yeah. Well, I just wiped it down, dusted it out, so I should be good to go in now.
Wow, all the way back. Okay. So here I was at a balance of 710. Oh, I see. Okay. Here I am, a balance of, I guess it was like 718. And he took 1% of it, which is $7.18. And that left me with 710, almost 711. He did futures trade with $7, and he won 60% of that. So 6 times 7 is like 42. So that's $4.20. 7 plus $4 is $11, and there it is. You get your $7 back that he took out to trade with, plus the $4, and so you get paid back $7.18 plus your winnings, which is $4. So you get $11 back on top of your balance, and so there it is, $7.22. And because we're putting the winnings back in our account, that's compounding. So what's going to happen today at 1 o'clock is you can take $9 and you can see how it grows. If you got $300 and you make $1.80, let's call it $2. The next trade you have 302 in there. So the 1% is going to be $3.08 instead of $3.00. And it keeps going up. It keeps going up in increments. You know, you make a little bit more each time, but as your balance gets bigger, your winnings get bigger. So it starts to accelerate. If you saw the cash flow for a $3,000 deposit instead of a $3 deposit, you would really see the dramatic difference when you put more money in. All right, I think that's going to be enough technical stuff. I want to reiterate one thing. If you join this program, I will use this app right here called Quick Assist, and hopefully you have a Windows computer. And what I will do, I don't know why that's not coming right up. Okay, so there it is. Quick Assist is a built-in app that is built into Windows 10 and Windows 11. You're going to be the guy getting help, and I'm going to give you a code. I'm the one helping someone, and it gets a random security code. I read this to you over the phone. You put it into, I tell you how to bring Quick Assist up. And what happens is after we put this code in and you click a couple buttons, all of a sudden I can see your screen and I can actually move your mouse, and that way I can show you, here's how you put Bond Chat on, here's how you look around on Bond Chat, here's how you set up a DSJ Exchange account, and here's how DSJ Exchange works. I call you at 1 o'clock, we do your trade, then I do my trade. Call you at 7 o'clock, and I do that until you can do it yourself and you're comfortable. So with some people, it doesn't take any time at all. Other people, I camp out with them for about a week. So most people are in between. But that's how I do it. I don't think anybody else spends the kind of time I do making sure you get in and you make the money you're supposed to make. We can do it on your phone, but I prefer to recruit people that have a Windows computer. If you want to buy a Windows computer, this is like mining gold. And your pickaxe is your laptop. You can get a brand new pickaxe for $350, and you need the right tool for the right job. I got a guy that he has a computer, but for some reason the keyboard on it doesn't work right, and so he has to use an on-screen computer and click the keys with his mouse. So it's just, I have a computer that I buy from Amazon, $350, has everything that you need. I set it up for you, and I ship it back to you. I get it shipped to me, I set it up, and then I ship it to you, and I have all the tools on it that I have on mine. All right, I'm going to sign off today. I'll be back on with another video, probably in a day or two. Thank you very much for listening. You can reach me at area code 513-593-4126. I'm going to show you here. There you go, 513-593-4126. This is my email address, fgrunball6@gmail.com. What are you waiting for? Time for you to plug in. Thank you all and have a nice day.